in problem 9. Rise is 50, run is 800. How do I find the grade or the slope?
Divide 50 by 800?
Absolutely. Good. So basically I will divide 5 by 800, and then I have to change it into a percent. 5 by 80, I meant to say. Good. Can anyone give us the percent of this? I'm going to write 0.0625, and then I need to change this into a percent. What do I get?
6.3.
6.25 or 6.3, depending on the rounding they want. Excellent. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm here. Consider the line that contains the point 1, negative 1, and has the slope this. So problem 10, we have a point 1, negative 1, and the slope 2/3. Write the equation of the line in point slope form, and then write the equation of the line in slope intercept form. First in point slope form, and then in slope intercept form. How do I write the first one? The point slope form. Can anyone dictate?
Y plus 1 equals 2/3 parentheses x minus 1.
Excellent. So this comes from y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. Excellent. Now, for the other one, I have to distribute. 2/3 x minus 2/3, and I bring negative 1. Let's calculate this. Find the least common denominator and tell me what to write. And you don't have to change it into a mixed number. You do not.
Negative 5/3.
Negative 5/3, of course. The least common denominator is 3. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Can anyone give us the y-intercept now? Which we did not have initially. We did not.
0, negative 5/3.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Good. Let's take a look. Any questions? Oh, sorry. Any questions, first of all? Any questions, anybody? Okay. To rent a car for a day, Anna pays $35 plus 40 cents per mile. Write a linear equation that calculates the daily cost. And if she paid a total of $105.40, how many miles did she drive? So first of all, part A. So she pays $35 per day, but she also pays 40 cents per mile. And we need to come up with an equation. Remember, 40 cents per mile is a rate, and that is characteristic to the slope. 40 cents per mile. $0.40 per mile. So y equals
0.4x.
Excellent.
Plus the 100, whatever, I can't, okay.
Plus 35 per day. Good. Now part B. if she paid a total of 105.40, how many miles did she drive? So that was total cost. We want to determine the number of miles she drove.
105.4 minus 35.
Yes. So what you are saying is 105.4 equals 0.4x plus 35. This is the equation we have to solve for x because x is the number of miles. Yes, we have to subtract 35 first. So we have 70.4 equals 0.4x. And finally, how do we get x?
Divided by 0.4.
Exactly. 70.4 divided by 0.4. So x equals, let's see how many miles she drove. So 70.4 divided by 0.4. 176. Good. I would like now to go back and review those types of problems with percent increase, percent decrease, la 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 la. Unless you have any questions, anything that you can think of that we need to review right now. If not, I want to go back and select a couple of problems with, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we need to go back to like the first question, the percents, like the grade point average and everything. I was like, oh my goodness, it's 50.
Which one?
Oh no, when you gave us the first question over the 90% grade over 4 tests and everything.
Yes.
Like I was dumbfounded on that one. It took me a minute.
But now you remembered.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else has questions on any of the problems that we worked on before I select other problems? Anyone? Would you like?
How many questions will be on the test?
About 20. Anyone would like to choose a particular problem? Anyone needs help with any particular topic? If not, I'll go back and select from those problems. Okay, so this is very similar with the one with the car. So we have a commission rate that is 5.5%. So the commission rate is 5.5%, and the commission is and commission is 972.40. Find the amount of sales. So first of all, I want to explain, when you see something like this, change it into 5.5%, but you still have to change it into 0.055 because you have to divide by 100. To change percent into a decimal number, you must divide 5.5 by 100. Division by 100 moves a decimal point 2 spots to the left. 2 spots to the left. So on a particular amount of sales, we are paid 0.055, and we get in our hand 972.4. How much did we sell? How do I get that? So we
972.4 divided by 0.05.
exactly, because we are paid 5.5% on what we sell. So let's say we sold XY number of units. We don't know, but I know on the prices, total price was unknown. But on this price, I get 5.5%. I have to multiply by this because that's how my commission is calculated. If I want to figure out how much I sold, all I have to do is divide this by this. So 972.40 over 0.055. So with the calculator, I have 972.4 divided by 0.055, and I sold 17,680. I sold units with a value of, or sales price of total 17,680. And you can say, show me. It's very simple. I'll go back in here, multiply by 0.055. If I don't get that, I'll say something is wrong. If I get that, then it's correct. And of course it is, because I'm just reversing what I just did. So let's say I have 17,680 multiplied by 0.55. In other words, multiply by 5.5%. But I cannot use percent. I have to change it into a decimal number. And I got 972.4, as expected. Please, any questions? Any questions? Okay, so during a sale, a dress decreased in price from $90. It went down to $81. What was the percent of decrease? So they're not telling us what is the discount, 5%, 10%, 2%, 50%. But they're telling us the original price was 90, and now you can get it by paying 81. So we want to know what was the percent decrease. What do I need to do? Anyone would like to try? So we ended up paying 81. Well, what do I have to do to the left-hand side? So this is the final price. But to get here, I have to start with 90, and I have to subtract some percentage applied to 90, because it's a price reduction. So from the original price of 90, something has to be subtracted. But what do I subtract? A percent of 90. So X will be what I'm looking for. The percent decrease of the original price, which is 90. So what do I do now? what will be the next step? How do we solve for x? We've solved many, many equations, more complicated than this one. This is a piece of cake.
It's 10%, but I don't know how I got it.
But don't we have to subtract 90? When we solve this equation, don't we have to subtract 90? So 81 minus 90 is negative 9.
90 divided by negative 9.
That's it. So x equals 9 over 90. So I'll simplify, and x equals indeed 0.1. And yes, it is 10%. Exactly. But that's what we need to do. Subtract 90. 81 minus 90 is negative 9. We divide negative 9 by negative 90. When I simplify, I get 1 over 10, which is 0.1. But now since I have to
How'd you get negative 90? I hate to be that person.
This one?
Yeah. 'cause
When
that's
I move
positive.
when I move a term from one side to the other, all I have to do is change its sign. It was positive here, it becomes negative to the other side. 81 minus 90 is negative 9. And then I divide by negative 90. Because multiplicative, the multiplication is commutative and associative. Yes, go ahead, please, Adriana.
Sorry, when I solved the problem, I thought there was the percent decrease formula, and I used that, and I got the same thing.
Yes, you can. You can from the original. So the difference is negative 9, or you can just say 9 divided by the original, and you get the same answer. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's the same. It's a different route to the same thing. So from the original price, there is a discount on the original price, x of 90, and we end up with 81. So when we move this, you already got the negative 9 in the numerator, and the negative 90, or 9 over 90, is the same thing. So it's 10%.
Oh, it's the difference divided by the original.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's another way of saying it. Yes.
Thank you both.
Excellent. Good. Good. Perfect. Let's review others. What percent of 60 is 6? What percent of 60 is 6? What percent of 60 is 6? How do I write this? If you have not registered for the test, then you will have a little problem, I think. You may not be able to till Monday next week after the spring break. I hope you registered. I don't know. Yes, how do I write this?
Is it x times 60 equals 6?
Absolutely. So again, this is the same thing. X equals 6 over 60. I simplify. This is 0.1, so it's again 10%. Very good.
Oh, I got 90.
You can, so 6 cannot be 90% of 60. 6 is a very small number. It cannot represent 90% of 60. Put the 90% back and you'll see you will not get 6.
Oh, I thought the difference was like it.
But this is a different problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's solve a proportion. So 4/3 equals 4x plus 7 over 9. How do I solve this proportion? Let's take a minute, work on it. Is this a proportion? Yes. A proportion is a fraction on the left-hand side and a fraction on the other side of one equal symbol and nothing else. Only in a proportion. So again, this is a proportion. Very important to remember. Very easy to deal with. A times D, this product, must equal this product. This is really the easiest thing to remember in this course, I think. I hope you agree.